Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Neisha. If you're new here, I am a former labor and delivery nurse, current stay-at-home mom, blogger, vlogger, whatever you want to call me. And today I'm going to talk about baby-led keto/carnivore. So I am a new mom. My baby will be 7 months old in like a week, which is crazy. If you're a mom, you know, it just flies by. It's craziness. But before I had even had Beckett, I read a book called Baby-Led Weaning, which really opened my eyes to how babies should or can eat, should you choose. And I started doing a lot of research, and I found, to my shock and amazement, that babies don't have to eat puree crap. I am keto / carnivore. I do follow a very low carb way of eating. I breastfeed and I have no issues with that. He is off the charts, off the growth charts. He is very healthy, and our pediatrician has no problem with me doing any of this. She is very supportive. So I don't agree with everything in the book Baby-Led Weaning. I will put the link to the Audible version in the description if anybody's interested in it. The nutrition part, I don't agree with, obviously, because of the way that I eat and my whole family eats. I have Hashimoto's and it has all but cured it. I'm in remission. I have no symptoms anymore, so that's why I eat this way. And so in that book, it basically tells you when your baby can sit up on his own, or she can sit up on her own, can put things in her mouth by herself or himself, that's when a baby can start eating. So Beckett has been doing baby-led weaning since he was 4 months, because that's when he could do all of those things. He also had teeth at that point, but your baby doesn't that's not necessary at all. Baby's gums are capable of gnawing and emulsifying things. So even if they don't have teeth, it's okay to start doing this. The main thing is that they can sit up on their own and they can do it themselves. You don't use a spoon, you don't puree the food, the baby does everything. He eats what you eat. So Beckett eats what we eat. There's no special way that we prepare it. We don't do anything different to our food. He eats exactly what we eat. So, for example, Beckett's first food was eggs, which he actually doesn't like at this time, but that's okay. Babies don't have to like it. It's more about learning how to put things in their mouth, how to use their mouth, their tongue, how to just learn about textures and tastes and flavors and all of that stuff. So he started out with eggs. We did boiled eggs and just gave him the yolks. He doesn't mind the yolks, but he's not a big fan. He hates the whites. He's eaten them scrambled and fried, and he just basically sucks the salt. We use Redmonds real salt, which has minerals in it. He just licks off the salt and the bacon grease, which is what we cook in, and then he puts the rest of it back down on his plate. His second food was steak. So the way that they talk about preparing food in the book is that you prepare it the same as you would eat it, but you cut it in long, thick slices, and I can put some video in here of Beckett eating his steak.
No, don't give it to Toto.
It's got to be long enough for their little chubby hands to be able to grab it and put it in their mouth. So he didn't obviously start out actually eating the meat. He would chew on it and suck the juices out, and then it would just be a mess of a piece of steak by the time that he got done with it. But he was still learning how to, his hand dexterity and all of that stuff. And plus he was getting enzymes from the meat juices. So he was getting some form of nutrition, but obviously 90% or closer probably to 95% was coming from breast milk still, and still is. After that, we introduced some avocado, which he wasn't really a fan of, but he liked playing with it. After that, we introduced chicken liver and ribs, and brisket. He loves brisket. So at this point, our baby is a carnivore because that's what he likes to eat. we just keep introducing him to new things, and if he likes it, he likes it, and if he doesn't, he doesn't, and that's fine, because like I said, his nutrition is still coming from breast milk at this point. He does have 4 teeth at the making of this video. His top 2 teeth just broke through the last few days, so he is working on those teeth quickly. But I am still breastfeeding. I do pump and put some in a bottle so that I am able to make videos and stuff like that. But he is mostly breastfed at the breast, which is fun because he's got teeth. But you know, you just have to teach him not to bite. And every now and then he still does, but for the most part, he's got the message that that is not okay, and mommy does not like that, and you don't get boob if you bite me. So that's basically, in a nutshell, baby-led weaning. A lot of people ask me, aren't you afraid that he's going to get choked? And the thing is, babies have built-in mechanisms, and this is talked about in the baby-led weaning book, that keep them from choking. So they have all these instincts built in that, just like we do, that keep them from choking. Now, obviously, you're not going to put bite-sized pieces that could lodge in the back, because every now and then, you know, maybe accidents can happen. But that's going to happen all the way through, you know, their toddler years. So that's why they tell you to like cut the steaks into the big long chunks, like I said, because they're gonna gnaw on that. There's no way they're gonna put that whole thing of steak, and if they did, they couldn't swallow it. We have not had any trouble. He hasn't choked yet. Hoping that never happens. He is obviously not left alone, unsupervised to eat. When he eats brisket, it's either in the big long strips or it's the chunks, and he just puts them in his mouth. Every now and then he'll gag a little bit, but it'll come right back up. We have no issues with him having problems swallowing. He's done great. So a lot of those issues that moms are concerned about are very well covered in that book. So I do encourage you to read the book, even if you are keto, because you can just ignore the things about, you know, like rice and cereal and stuff like that, which they don't really encourage that, but they do talk about, you know, potatoes and sweet potatoes and all that stuff, which we will not be giving Beckett at all. So we also don't give him anything sweet. So he doesn't have any artificial sweeteners, anything like that. He hasn't eaten fruit. He hasn't eaten anything except for savory meats. The closest thing he's got to a fruit is an avocado, obviously. But that was a one-time thing because he didn't even like it, and that's fine with me if he doesn't like avocado. I won't start to wean him probably until he's a year, unless he does it on his own. Some babies self-wean, and that would be great if he did that, because that would be obviously easier. I am very open to breastfeeding past 2 years old if that's something that he shows an interest in and he wants to do. Other than that, we're just going to continue to introduce him to new foods and watch him grow and be very healthy, because it's the proper human diet to eat the way that we're eating. There's no need for him to have rice or cereal or anything like that. He is getting all his nutrition from breast milk that piece of steak isn't providing at this point, because he can't eat an entire steak, but eventually he will be able to eat that on. He also eats bacon. He likes bacon a lot. We just give him the fatty strip and he just chews on it and sucks whatever he wants off of it and then spits it out if he doesn't want to eat it. It's a very simple way of feeding your child. A lot of people, when I started talking about this while I was pregnant, said that this was going to be a lot of work, but it's not, because I don't do anything except for prepare food for myself and give him some of it. It's not any extra work. It's actually less work. I don't have to cook special for him. I don't have to puree. I didn't have to buy any special mechanisms to puree baby food. I don't have to go to the grocery and get baby food. I don't have to read labels, because he's just eating meat. And yeah, he's doing quite well on it. He's in the 99th percentile for length, and he's in the normal percentile for weight and all that other good stuff. So he's moving right along. He crosses milestones early. I don't know that that has anything to do with what I'm feeding him. He just may be one of those babies that does that, but it's definitely not hurt him at all. He has been doing the inchworm crawl for a month now. Like I said, he has almost 4 teeth. He does the baby babbles. He's been playing with that baby in the mirror since he was 2 months old. I don't even know. He loves the baby in the mirror. And he loves books and all kinds of stuff. He's doing very well. So baby-led weaning so far has worked out for us. I'll be doing more videos when he starts eating more because, like I said, obviously he's still mostly getting nutrition from his breast milk, but that will start to change. The more teeth that he gets and the more curious he gets and the older he gets, he's obviously gonna eat different things. So I'll be keeping you guys updated with what he's eating, how he's doing, how he's growing, and if any guys are interested in following along on Instagram or Facebook, I'll put those links in the description as well because I post a lot of what we eat in a day over there. So, all right guys, that's really all there is to this. It's not complicated. In fact, it's so not complicated that it confuses a lot of moms because we all have been led to believe that babies are somehow special. And of course they are special, but they are just a tinier human and they just need what we need. And the most important thing is that, you know, you love and you care for your baby and snuggle them up and spend a lot of time face to face and do all the things that promote happiness and healthiness in your little one. So I hope this helped. If it did, make sure you hit that thumb. Leave a comment in the description if you did baby-led weaning or if you did baby-led keto, which I kind of just made up. It's not really a thing. It's what we do. There's not a book out there about baby-led keto. Maybe I should write one in all my extra time in quarantine. But it is what we do. Yeah, that's it, guys. Like I said, hit that subscribe button and follow along on Instagram and Facebook if you're interested in learning any more about how we do baby-led keto. Thanks for watching. Love you, mean it.